Well, there's a lot of reasons why the Jamaican sprinters are good, but one of the reasons is that success breeds success. As we've seen in other countries with other sports, all we need is one great high jumper, and all of a sudden we've got more high jumpers. One great miler, and everybody's running the mile. It's like throwing a stone in a pond. The waves of follow through that happen in the world of sport often take 2, 3, 4, 5 Olympiads before we've seen the repercussions of one guy's great performance. We saw here in England somebody say that their little girl watched the cyclist women win gold. Their little girl is 6 years old, and she set up her own bicycling starting blocks, and she's been practicing getting her bicycle, from zero to go as fast as possible. So part of it is just the psychology of having that. They've had winners in the past, and so everybody else wants to be the next winner who's as good as the last winner. Everybody wants to have, once you have a country with winners, the kids want to emulate those winners. Meanwhile, if you get one great coach and you start having success through that coach. There was a swimming coach back in the 70s named James Councilman, and when he was at the height of his swimming coaching skills, half of the United States Olympic swimming team came from Indiana University, where he coached. He was coach of Mark Spitz. You may have heard of him. So once you have a good coach, there was a Russian coach in gymnastics who eventually came over to the States, and winning athletes and top athletes get drawn to the coach. And so once they establish that, we can't really buy into the idea that it's ethnic. Chinese make good ping pong players or something. It's not that. That's not the truth. People win from all ethnicities in all sports. The Olympic long jump champion is British. Looks like he's from Ireland background, and what the heck? You can't. I don't really think that's the point. I don't think it's the ethnicity, but we have great basketball players in the States because basketball is not the national pastime, but it certainly is a national pastime. It's played around the entire country. It's more people play basketball in the United States probably than the rest of the world combined. And in Jamaica, sprinting is a national pastime. I've been to Jamaica. Everybody's practicing their sprinting. I mean, it's just a real common thing to see kids practicing their sprinting all over the place, on the beaches, on the grassy fields, like Kenyan long distance and middle distance runners. Hey, there wasn't any Kenyans in the 100-meter run, to my knowledge, but they're really good at what they do because that's what they do. So there's a lot of reasons, and I think it's important to understand that it's the coaches, it's the national mindset, what you would call the zeitgeist of the people to run sprints. You get a couple of champions, and then everybody wants to emulate them, and of course, do better than their own champions. And so it just keeps perpetuating itself.